Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast where we cover football in the stupidest way you can imagine.
And boy, is it stupid.
Thank you, Mamba. Kadif is not with us today. Work has kept him aside, so we are going to have to make do without him, but we still have the ability to do so. So without further ado, allow me to introduce the compatriots in Stoogery I have with me here. First up, here for 99.9% of all episodes, the one, the only, the Purell hand sanitizer, not sponsored by the Football Stooges, Mastodon.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of something so quick.
We're in that
Bro has
football
been
just that close
bro,
that we just don't know what to do.
bro
It's
got
the
that
wear and tear from
99.9%,
CFB26.
He's running out of things to say.
The CFB26 wear and tear is so bad it affects my mind.
Oh wait,
Jesus
hold on.
Christ, dude!
The old man got dementia.
I started a new work schedule, and I'm currently working 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then 4 p.m. to about 9:30 p.m.
That's disgusting.
It is very disgusting. Even more disgusting because of his fandom of the Bears, Mamba.
Will the Bears
Is that whole
win?
bit is segue for that?
Who knows? I might
Who
be
knows?
on a ton of antidepressant pills. Who knows?
Me too.
Or the balcony thing. Like
Speaking of balcony.
Oh wait, hold on.
Anyway, last but certainly not least, the one, the only, the patron saint of mustaches and malort, it's Gorlami.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey there.
Game crashed twice playing against Michigan, and in reality, I just rage quit so I can get my ass kicked by him again.
Yep, Rage quit so hard he lost 3 times.
Rage quit so hard I lost 3 times.
We
No, they were up
Oh,
2 touchdowns both times. Both times it crashed, they were up 2 touchdowns. I wasn't coming back. I couldn't
we
get
are
past those
this
safeties.
close to football. I'm losing my mind.
Fuck that room.
I just did it. What do I do now? I just ate mac and cheese out my pants pocket. Gave her my number and she immediately blocked it. I just put a metal fork into an electrical socket. I got bored as hell and started to play Bop It. Kicked my uncle in the balls, yeah, I'm Batman. I just ate a protein bar out of a trash can. Fought a cripple, man, that dude really lacked hands. Stripper shitted on me when she gave me a lap dance.
I don't know. I just saw that and thought that was funny. Anyway.
Oh, before I forget, did you have your first mow of the lawn on your new house?
I did. It was a little overgrown in some areas because there's a fenced area and then there was also a raised garden in the backyard. I think this weekend I need to take care of the raised garden, so I gotta my weed whacker. Whenever I go at it, like after like a pass, it just like the line breaks and it's just like, all right, I gotta it's been a hassle. I might go just get garden clippers and go at it. Something. It's been nuts.
How does it feel? How does it feel to
Not-
mow your first lawn?
Honestly, pretty nice. I don't know if this is just like a white dad thing. I'm not a dad yet, but I feel like it's just something deep-seated inside me. You know, that's just like, something ancestral.
Give it 9 months.
No, dude. No. I mowed, again, I don't have a very big yard. I don't even think it's a quarter an acre at the most, right? And I have a 20-inch or 21-inch Toro. Like, solid Toro. Love the mower. But it's just 15 minutes done. Not bad. And then afterwards, sweating just a little bit, have a Coors banquet. Ooh, that was special. Going my own yard, have a Coors banquet.
I don't have a Coors banquet, but I got a
Coors
Coors Light.
I've been having too much rain.
It's like piss, but you know what? We're getting through it.
Yeah. I'm having too much rain where I can't even cut the grass just because it rains at my timing. So the grass is starting to get the grass is already starting to get this high in some spots. I'm like, I already saw a snake earlier this week, just a black rat snake, so it's not venomous. I'm just like, all right, make sure this grass gets cut soon.
We'll just move the deck up one little.
No. It's just it's not a venomous snake. So I'm like, okay, I could deal with some of the rats or other rodents. I just gotta be.
No, I'm saying when it gets so high, sometimes people will cut it a little high, like in bursts.
No, by the time it cuts, it'll go back to the same height it was before in an hours. That's how much it rains.
Fast growing grass, yeah, that sucks. All right, let's get right into it. We're gonna go into our crossover grid.
Crabgrass you got in there.
We'll go to Hey Duff News, and then we'll move on to our NFC and AFC preview for this season. So, Without further ado, here we go. All right, 200 playoff receiving yards. We can do Tyreek Hill here. I think I'm actually going to try.
Would you do? Hold on. Okay, no, that's a good one. That's a good one. I was gonna go for the joke pick. I was gonna do a joke pick with MVS.
Aaron Hernandez for the Patriots, please. Thank you.
Oh,
come on.
Damn it.
hey. And then
only 2.3%. Come on,
Lynn Swan.
Yeah, Lynn Swan.
Yeah.
10 career interceptions on defense. Jamal Charles was a running back, so no, that's not right. Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah, we could do the Honey Badger. I'm trying to think of anybody else a little more obscure. Sneed.
Or from the Schottenheimer days.
Nope, not Sneed. So I guess we can do Tyron. His name's weird.
Shit, I forgot. Oh yeah, but say if you do Matthews, there's gonna be so many Matthews. All right. Oh no, it spells Mati THI TH.
MATHIEU. There it is.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh my god! All right, Patriots with 10 career interceptions. We could do Darrelle Revis.
Keep Talib.
Oh,
Darrelle Revis. Wait, who?
How do you spell it?
Keep Talib. It's no.
There's no U.
Yeah.
All right, 10 career interceptions on defense. We could easily do Troy Polamalu here. I'm thinking he played a long time. Did James Harrison have 10 interceptions?
Wasn't Charles Woodson at one point a Steeler?
I don't think it was.
Nope. Well, we'll see.
I'm trying to think of
No, he was a Raider and Packer. I'm pretty sure.
You're thinking of was it Rod Woodson? But the other thing was defensive.
Maybe
did Ryan Shazier before his injury?
Nope. So I guess let's just go Troy.
Oh.
Well, maybe let's try Fitzpatrick. Minka.
Oh, Minka. M-I-K.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, a teammate of Mike Vrabel, so a Chief or a Patriot during some of the Super Bowl runs. So a easy Patriot we could do here. Maybe Danny Woodhead.
Yeah, that's so
nope.
Or
nope, not Danny Woodhead.
Edelman? Was it? Wasn't Edelman with him during the mid to late 2000s? Because Vrabel was during that time. Because I know he's not.
Dang, not Edelman.
I mean, in that case,
who's the other white boy for the Patriots?
Wes Welker,
Tom Brady.
Yeah, Wes Welker, Amendola, maybe.
Wes Welker.
Good call. Okay.
Teammate of Vrabel that was on the Chiefs. Chief for a while.
I'm Tony Gonzalez, University of California.
Well, we already did Tony. We can't do him twice.
Yeah, I know. I just like saying
Jamal Charles.
Ooh,
maybe I don't know.
Nice. Okay, and then we need a Steeler that was a teammate of Mike Vrabel.
Steeler.
Maybe we could also think of like a Chief or Patriot during the time of Vrabel that became a Steeler. With James Harrison.
He did play. Yeah, maybe.
Nope. Was anyone on the Steelers that was part of like that dynasty run for the Patriots?
What was that running back? The running
Jerome
back
Bettis?
Try Jerome Bettis.
Is he a Patriot?
I don't know.
No, but he was, but because Vrabel was drafted by the Steelers.
It was. You're right. Jerome Bettis was the top pick.
Yeah, he was.
Matt Castle was another one.
Huh. Because Vrabel was on the Steelers when he was drafted to 2000, and then Patriots from 01 to 08, and then Chiefs from 09 to 2010. Let's see if it fixes itself.
No, I just want to see the answer. I just want to see the answers. I don't know. Mike Vrabel. Yeah, it also says NA and NA up top. They're kind of concerning me. Anyway,
no glitch.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and move into K-Duff news.
Wow.
Okay,
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother,
well,
this guy stinks.
This is what you're gonna deal with for the time being, okay? If the booze get too bad, I'm gonna start taking shots. That's what's gonna happen. Ooh, I'm gonna puke, dude. Don't do
Get
that.
on with it.
All right, injuries.
Shit or get out the pot.
Do you want me to say it? If you want me to say it, you can shut up, dude. All right. Injuries out for the year. Colts cornerback Justin Wally, torn ACL. Colts running back Selvin Ahmed, ankle. Ravens cornerback Bilhal Cone, torn knee ligament. Vikings wide receiver Rondale Moore, knee, second year in a row. We made sure to add that. Chief safety Deion Bush, torn Achilles. Saints center Will Clapp. Liz Frank?
A Liz Frank injury?
I don't know what that is.
It's the foot.
Yeah. Oh. Texas tight end Brevin Jordan
with a specific injury with a ligament in the foot that causes. My brother actually had it during his senior year of football. It's not fun. It's quite a long injury.
Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Texans tight end Brevin Jordan, knee injury. 49ers running back Amir Abdullah, ribs. Dolphins running back Alexander Madison, his neck. Lions offensive lineman Justin Herron, season-ending IR. Short to long term, fucking goddamn it! Why is it 2 Packers off the rip? Packers safety Xavier McKinney, calf, could miss remainder of training camp. Packers QB Jordan Lovefinger will be ready for season opener. Titans running back Tyjae Spears, ankle, multiple weeks. Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders, speeding again. Just kidding. Oblique. It's an oblique injury. Doubtful to play versus the Eagles. Jets QB Tyrod Taylor, knee injury, missing rest of preseason. Eagles guard Landon Dickerson, meniscus, considered week to week. 2 for the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk with a knee injury, and Jordan Watkins with an ankle. He's out for about a month. On to the questionables. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson with a hamstring. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford with the back. He's old. What do you expect? Colts QB Anthony run through a brick wall, but will fall into a million pieces. Hurt his finger. Like, completely bent sideways. That was gross. Texans guard Kenyon Green, wrist and shoulder. Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed, foot. Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons with his back. Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry with an ankle injury. Jets defensive end Jermaine Johnson, Achilles. And Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner with a calf injury. Finally, Chargers running back Najee Harris with an eye injury. He is now a Pirate. In other news, we received confirmation from Lions head coach Dan Campbell that safety Maurice Norris is in stable condition, has movement in his extremities after a scary head and neck injury late into the preseason game versus the Falcons. The game was suspended after he was taken straight off the field and in an ambulance. No timetable has been given for his return. I didn't open up the signing stuff. We'll skip that for now. Holdouts. Nothing new except Steelers defensive tackle Cam Hayward is looking to hold into the season for a new extension. Jaguars kicker Cam Little kicked a 70-yard field goal during their preseason game versus the Steelers, but unfortunately doesn't count as a record breaker because it was a preseason game. The Patriots honored former quarterback Tom Brady with a 12-foot bronze statue outside Gillette Stadium for his achievements in getting the team 6 Super Bowl wins, and by his own words, something new for Jets fans to throw beer cans at when they leave the stadium, probably by the second quarter. And if you look behind it, there is a 24-foot statue of Eli Manning, who is Tom Brady's papa. He's not here. I get to say it. It's my new segment right now.
And then another statue of Nick Foles as his uncle.
His drunk uncle. The Nevada Supreme Court has ruled in favor of former Raiders head coach John Gruden go forward with his lawsuit against league and commissioner Roger Goodell. Without fear of the suit going into arbitration, arbitration. Gruden is looking to sue the league regarding the 2021 leak of his emails during the investigation into the former Commanders owner Dan Snyder that saw him resign midseason halfway through a 10-year contract. Another federal court has ruled that black coaches such as Vikings DC Brian Flores can take the NFL to trial over discrimination over hiring practices. And for the first time since 1978, a top-ranked college team on the AP Top 25 will start the season as an underdog, as the number 1 seed Texas Longhorns start their season against the reigning NCAA champion Ohio State Buckeyes, who are currently ranked number 3. Former Packers end precursor to tight end Billy Houghton passed away this week at the age of 95. Played 11 years in the league for the Packers, Browns, and expansion Cowboys, where he earned 2 first-team All-Pro, 4 Pro Bowls, led the league twice in receiving yards and yards per game, at 8,500 yards for 61 touchdowns. Is a Packer Hall of Famer and was the founding and first president of the NFLPA. I think this is the last one. Former Broncos wide receiver Lionel Taylor passed away at the age of 89 this week. He played 9 years in the league with the Broncos, Bears, and Oilers, before later becoming a coach for the Steelers, Browns, Rams, and NFL Europe's London Monarchs. He ended his career as a player with 4 first team and 1 second team All AFL, 3-time All-Star honors, led the league in receptions 3 times, is a Broncos Hall of Famer, and had 570 receptions for 7,200 yards and 45 touchdowns, and a 2-time Super Bowl champ as a coach. That's what we got, unless we want to get into the signings. I have to pull the doc up, and I'll blind everybody with the light.
Go ahead.
He's white. Who left this perfectly good white boy?
God, working on it.
So I walked to go take a piss. My knee just fucking went stiff, and it felt like it would not bend at all. It's like, oh fuck! I basically fell over.
I got hurt.
Oh
God, this is a lot of signings. Holy shit!
Yeah, preseason.
It's 17 pages.
Oh my god!
It's probably ones that have been signed. You know, we'll let Keith into that because probably knows which one he said. I don't think there's all those signed just in a week. There's no way. So yeah,
no, a lot of it's like highlighted green, but I can't tell.
Yeah, that's KDF news. Anyway, KDF will have to do damage control for Galami. Anyway, we're now going to talk about
something about Portugal.
Yada yada yada. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about the AFC North.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Yeah. That's what's going to be like in the AFC North, battling for 4th place. Starting out now with the Steelers. This is a really mixed bag. They got rid of George Pickens and Minka Fitzpatrick, 2 of their better players on either side of the ball. Cameron Hayward is still looking for a new contract. TJ Watt was also paid pretty heavily. They got Rodgers in. Najee Harris is out. It's a fucking whole new roster, but it's the same old coach. As far as who they're playing, again. I mean, yeah, they're gonna play the NFC North. That's their full conference that they're playing. They're also playing the AFC division. Yes, sorry. They're also going to be playing the AFC South, or sorry, AFC East. Buffalo, New England, AFC New York. East. Yes. Sorry, I just couldn't find the words. Buffalo, New York, New England, and then
Dolphins. Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, right. So as far as games, this is tough to tell where they're favored and where they're not. I could see them. I think they're going to get swept by Baltimore. I could see them split Cleveland. I hope they don't split with Cincinnati, but I could see it. But depending on how Cincinnati's defense is. If Cincinnati's defense is serviceable, they're getting swept. Because their defense cannot keep up with the Bengals offense. But, I mean, games that I feel like they're heavily favored in, I would say New York. Seattle's borderline. New England's borderline. Minnesota's still up in the air because they're new.
I'll still say they're gonna be heavy flavored in New England just because defense can make the points.
So 2 favorites so far. Then I would say the Colts, Chicago, and I'll give them Miami. That's 5 favored games. The rest of them are toss-ups or not favored. You're definitely got 2 games against Baltimore. Depending how the Bengals do, that's 2 games against them. You got a game against Green Bay. Not to mention Minnesota, who could be really good. The Chargers, who just added to the roster. The Bills. Like, that's 8 games, which you're not favored. And if you look at that, that's 8 losses, which means you have 9 wins. Oh my God. Also,
Steelers likes to play up competition, play down competition. So
true. It would
some
be
of those
hilarious,
losses
though.
can be wins.
It would be so funny if the first 9-8 season that doesn't happen for Mike Tomlin. If they actually have a losing season, is because of Aaron Rodgers. That would be the funniest shit. An 8-9 season would be at the last game of the season versus Baltimore. Baltimore decides, says, "Fuck it, we're actually going to play." That'd be hilarious. I'd love that so much. Again, it's hard to go against the 9-8 style. I definitely think they're going to finish 1 above or 1 below 500. I don't think there's any in between.
Standard is the standard.
Standard is the standard. Standard is the standard. All right, we'll move on to Baltimore now. Again, AFC East, NFC North, who they're playing. Looks like they're also their extra games. Kansas City, Houston, Rams. Those are going to be interesting ones. Those are all next to each other. It's pretty crazy. By week 7. Not too late, but a little early. So they start out at Buffalo, Cleveland and Detroit, Kansas City, Houston, and LA. That's a pretty hard start going into the bye week. Buffalo's tough. Detroit's going to be tough.
That's
Kansas City is going to be tough. Houston's borderline, and so are the Rams. Cleveland's your one gimme in there. But other than that, those first 6 games, if you're under 500 the first 6 weeks of the season, that does not bode well. You have a way to bounce back though. Chicago, Miami, Minnesota, you don't know. Another Cleveland, another New York. Then you have Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. You're going to have like 18 injuries right there. That is a fucking death sentence. New England, Green Bay, Pittsburgh.
Sunday, Thursday, Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, fuck Thursday night games.
Thursday, Sunday, yeah. So I definitely think this is going to be a tougher year for the Ravens. I don't think they'll win the AFC North. I think I feel like the Bengals are going to be a little bit more favored because they have a better roster this year. Hopefully they can turn around with the new defensive coordinator, and they're going to be playing some lower level teams. While again, the Ravens are going to be playing Detroit, Kansas City, and Houston. As I mentioned, also the Rams. That's a lot of top tier teams. So I think it's going to be rough for them. I could see them just at 500 or a little below, same as the Steelers.
I still say they're gonna win the North. Like, I don't trust Bengals defense at all. Like, yeah, you can score 40 points, but you give up 41.
Yeah, there's that. A lot of it is a question mark.
And the problem with Baltimore is just starting to be coaching right now. Like, a couple times they could have used when they could have used Derrick Henry for some big plays. What did they do? Not use Derrick Henry.
Not use Derrick Henry, yeah.
Like, that's really what's going to hurt them is coaching again.
With the Pete Carroll strategy.
Yeah. Okay. After that, we'll move on to the Browns. This is a tough team to judge because they have an entirely new quarterback room except for good old Joe Flacco. And right now it's crazy. They just added Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley. They have Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders. Who was that other kid they drafted out of? Was it Oregon? Crap. It isn't Dylan Raiola. Is it Raiola? No. Raiola's. Who's Raiola?
I think it does start with the R. Hold on.
I think it's Raiola. Then they also have Flacco. I think it's Raiola. I think I'm right.
Well, no.
Dylan Gabriel. No. Who's Raiola?
Yeah. Wait.
Who am I thinking of?
I honestly do not know.
Also, it was Dylan Gabriel they drafted. That's the one from Oregon.
Yeah, Dylan Ray. I am right. Dylan Raiola. Yes, I'm right. I think. Anyway, they have a lot of shit going on at quarterback, and no one knows who's starting. Shedeur Sanders looked good in a preseason game, but it was a preseason game. So again, AFC East, NFC North. Their extra games are a game against Las Vegas, San Francisco, and Tennessee. It's hard to tell who they're favored against. That game against San Francisco could be very tough because if San Francisco's healthy, that's rough. Again, they got Minnesota and Detroit, 2 games against Cincinnati, 2 games against Baltimore, 2 games against the Steelers. They could easily get swept in all of those if they aren't playing well. I mean, they have Myles Garrett going for them, and they have their offensive line is still decently solid, but like Nick Chubb is going to be back to what? Or no, he got signed by the he's gone. He got signed by the Texans. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for this Cleveland team, especially with other than Joe Flacco, if you go with him, which they fucking might, you're going to have to start being a brand new quarterback. And your options are the Donald Trump of football and Kenny Pickett, 5th round draft pick Shedeur Sanders, or Dylan Gabriel, who apparently Dylan
Put
Gabriel.
some respect on Kenny Pickett.
Okay,
Put some respect on Kenny Pickett. Super Bowl.
Kenny Pickett. Sorry. But yeah, I like, and apparently Gabriel's been stinking it up in training camp. So, oh yeah, and also all-star quarterback Tyler Huntley is also on the roster.
Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, Pro Bowl, All-Star, whatever. It's hard to tell with this team. I don't think it's going to be a good season. I don't think they're going to be above 500. I could totally see a 6-win season from them. 10 losses doesn't seem crazy. Like, if they lose out the AFC North, which is entirely possible, that's 6 losses. You only need 4 others. They could easily lose Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, San Francisco, 4, plus Buffalo. Like, that's an easy 10, 11 losses.
I see maybe 2 wins. Miami, New York.
I could see them getting a sneaky win. I think they could beat Vegas. I think they could beat Tennessee. I'm sorry, Mom, but I think they could beat the Bears. So you're looking at maybe 4 or 5, 4 wins, and then they're gonna Shedeur Sanders gonna pull a win out of his ass week 3, and everyone's gonna be talking about him. He's gonna get his number retired. Your Coach Prime. Anyway, yeah, this is hard to predict because it's just a barrel of like feral cats you're throwing into the center of an octagon. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Yeah, this team
don't know what the
crazy.
fuck they're doing.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. But this is going to be the most interesting quarterback room in the league, maybe outside of the Giants. Like, this is crazy. You're going to have, Shedeur Sanders making TikToks in the corner with his, 18 Rolexes. You have Gabriel in the corner, wishing he was back at Oregon. Kenny Pickett trying to put on, youth small gloves before a game. Tyler Huntley, talking about his glory days on the Ravens being a Pro Bowler. And then over in the corner, there's, Joe Flacco probably smoking a dart and drinking a Budweiser. This shit is fucked. This is, the most, C team force ever. I don't even know, dude.
So, how many names will be added to the Browns jersey of QB starting?
Oh, it could get pretty damn long. All right, we'll move on to my Bengals. AFC
0-17.
As we talked. No, AFC East and NFC North as always. I'm happy that I will be going to the Green Bay game with my wife and a good friend of mine who also is a Bengal fan who married a Packer, so that's gonna be quite fun. Their extra games are Arizona, Jacksonville, and Denver. Jacksonville and Arizona are very easily winning for them. Denver, they played last year. That's going to be a kind of a tough one, especially because of their defense. We'll see how that goes. Again, the Bengals offense is insane. This is all about their defense. What can their defense do? I think
also Zach Taylor coaching.
I mean, if Joe Burrow's calling the plays, I don't give a fuck. I think favored, I would favor them against Cleveland, Jacksonville, Minnesota, not Denver, not Detroit, not Green Bay, Pittsburgh, New York, Chicago, Pittsburgh, New England. They're going to get one against Baltimore. They've always had Buffalo's number. That's 10. Miami, Arizona, Cleveland again. 13-win season, I'll take it. I definitely want over 10. I think over 10 is entirely possible. But the biggest issue for us is going to be our defense. First-year defensive coordinator at Notre Dame for us now. There's just a lot going on.
Having history of being really shit early in the year.
Yeah.
I would not count out Arizona just because they were not bad last year. Like, if you look at their record last year, I know it wasn't good, but
they just missed the playoffs.
They're on that they could cuss. Yeah. Like, they could beat some teams that probably look down on. Like, they'll play hard enough.
Yeah, they could definitely
questioning you right now.
Question me?
No, Mastodon.
No, Arizona's definitely a wild card. Kyler Murray can make a lot of stuff happen. It depends on whether or not COD is really good at that point in the year or not. But, I mean, I think this is definitely a schedule where I feel like we can definitely win a lot of it. It's going to test us enough, but not just throttle us. There's some really good test games to really judge yourself against. Minnesota, Denver, Detroit, Green Bay, that 5-game stretch right there, or 4-game stretch is going to be great. Plus, also, we got Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore. That's another 3-game stretch that's really going to test us. If we can win the majority of those games, that's awesome. Again, also, yeah, that division opponent, random opponent, division opponent again, the same division opponent as the week prior before. I fucking hate that. It's
key annoying.
God awful. It is. It's just stupid. I don't know why they do it. I think that'd be one of the things I'd remove as commissioner. First thing I do as commissioner, football on Christmas, and remove that style of scheduling. And then ban Paul Brown from owning a team. All right, NFC North. Here we go. Minnesota Vikings. Another wild card here. They had his name escapes me. Their quarterback last year.
Darnold,
thank you.
Darnold.
His name escaped me, just like, his job on this team. So now JJ McCarthy's coming in. The roster remains mostly the same. Some additions. They're shoring up that offensive line because they had a horrible time against that great Rams defense. So they're changing a couple things around. They still have Jay Jettas. They still got a lot of weapons out of the backfield. And their defense is solid. So this is really going to show, is McCarthy ready for the NFL? And if it's not, this is going to be bad. However, if he's good enough to do what Darnold did last year, this team could run the show in the NFC North. But they have a tough schedule. Their extra games, I believe here are because they're playing the NFC East. NFC North is playing the NFC East and the AFC North. So they're playing Dallas, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington. Then they're playing the Bengals, Browns, Steelers, and Ravens. So their extra games are Atlanta, LA, and Seattle. But that NFC East is going to be kind of tough. Who knows what the fuck is Dallas is going to do? Washington's going to be tough. Philadelphia might kick you in the balls. The Chargers, honestly, with Harbaugh, just get better each game, and they just added a lot to their roster. Also, a lot of like old school running blockers or run like Najee Harris. Najee Harris, despite being a little older, in a Jim Harbaugh run game, scares the piss out of me.
Unless he doesn't have an eye and can't see.
If you were watching Michigan when we won the national championship, Blake Corum could have been blind and had one foot, and there were holes for him to run through.
I think Brian Flores could
have burst Fat Albert through some of those holes, man. Good God. And Maston's down for the count.
And there's go, man.
God damn it. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I think Brian Flores will account for that. He's a really good defensive coordinator. Even though he does a lot of blitzes. Holy shit. He will blitz the fuck out of you.
I mean, if it works, it works. I would say with this,
I know,
it's hard to say who they're favored against, but I would definitely say I have them. I think they could easily sweep Chicago if they play their cards right. I think they could split with Green Bay, but then I think they're going to get swept by Detroit. I don't like their chances against Baltimore. Cincinnati's a toss-up. I think they could beat the Steelers and the Browns and Atlanta. But then the Chargers, that's going to be a rough one.
Pretty tough.
They're going to beat the Giants.
I think they could beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, Dallas. This is starting to look like a 9-8 season, just below 10 wins, which might not be good enough in the NFC. Who knows? Especially in this division, the NFC North is pretty packed, pretty stacked. So, again, big questions in the quarterback room. Big questions in the quarterback room here. All right, moving on to the Detroit Lions. This is going to be a big testament for the coaching staff because the offensive and defensive coordinators have both left. Brian Johnson to the
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. My mistake. Ben Johnson to the Bears, and then his name always escapes me. Aaron Glenn to the Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
So that's going to be tough for Dan Campbell to be able to see if he can replicate their success as a head coach with new coordinators on both sides. We'll see how it goes. Again, they are playing the NFC East and the AFC North. Their extra games are going to be Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and the Rams. Again, a lot of questions, but as far as what they're going to do coaching-wise, but they're going to get a lot of players back.
That's a tough stretch. At least they get a bye from Kansas City to Philly.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They're going to get a lot of players back. They were very injured last year. They're going to get Hutchinson back, so they're going to be a bit better, but we're going to see how that coaching goes. They start off at Green Bay, then Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Washington, Philadelphia. I don't see any gimme games in those first 11, except for maybe Chicago and Cleveland. Week 2 and week 4. Other than that, you have a dog in Green Bay. You have the former AFC North champions in Baltimore. You have an explosive Cincy offense. The Chiefs, Baker Mayfield, who doesn't give a fuck. Minnesota, who's a wild card. Washington, who was a win away from the Super Bowl. And then Philly, who won the Super Bowl. 8 of your first 11 are absolute heavyweight bouts. After that, you got some leeway. You're going to get a New York, Green Bay, Dallas, Rams, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Chicago. This is a gauntlet for them. They can win these games. They are a talented team. But if they start to slip up, this train could derail fast. Very fast. There's no breathing room. There's no way to deal with anything like mistakes. You cannot fuck up. This is tough.
Any thoughts, Gorlami?
The Lions, not really.
Oh wait, that's right. Fuck, I thought this was Green Bay schedule again.
No.
Oh
No.
God.
I don't really have any. It's just hard to tell when you get 2 new coordinators because you don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it worked out for the Eagles because they got rid of 2 shit ones, and then.
Yeah. Again, this would be a big testament to see how good of a coach Dan Campbell is. If he takes this team to 11 or more wins, coach of the year. There's no question.
It depends on the other teams.
You lose both coordinators and you take a team to 11 wins. There's no question. There's what else do you want him to do? Juggle on the sidelines on a unicycle? Fight the lion that he wants to chain to the sidelines? Like, what do you want him to do? You want him to go run the ball for the team?
It depends on the other teams.
He would.
I've gone.
Yeah, there were moments, man.
Yeah. I was like, if San Fran I mean, if San Fran gets a number 1 seed this year, then they're probably giving Mike Shanahan after all the injuries last year.
Maybe.
That's why I'm thinking of like other teams. I'm not taking anything away from Dan Campbell. I'm thinking of other because they were number 1 seed. Detroit was number 1 seed last year. If they do it again, it's like, oh, well, we kind of expected that. They were number 1 seed last year. Like it. That's the thought process I'm thinking of for who makes those choices.
All right. It'll be a testing season. I definitely think we could get above 10 wins, but it'll be hard. All right, next. Mamba.
The Bears.
Oh, boy.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate,
Just
a
keep
poet,
Caleb Williams up.
a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing. Each time I laying flat on my face, I just pick myself
Do they have the clip of the Hail
and
Mary
get
from last year?
back in the race. That's life. That's life. And I can't deny it. Many times I thought of cutting out, but my
I keep my
heart
hope
won't
up
buy it.
until I see it, all right?
But if
Until I
there's
see
nothing
it.
shaking come this year, July,
As long as if we can get
I'm
O-line,
gonna roll myself up in a big ball and
Get your hopes up.
I don't know.
okay.
No, I was just wondering what that name, Klumbarshin. It's like, where the
I
fuck?
don't-
yeah,
where'd that
it's
come
the
from?
guy's. It's the guy's name who made it. So Bears.
Loss, win,
another
loss.
season of
We're
Caleb
gonna
Williams
beat the
behind
Dallas
center.
Cowboys.
I think that's possible. Yes,
That's an early bye week.
Yeah, bye week 5 is tough.
Bye week's
NFC
early.
East and AFC North. Their extra games are San Fran, New Orleans, and Vegas. I think Vegas, New Orleans, they could easily win. San Fran is going to just injuries going to depend there. But then favored games, dude, like
Giants.
That's just
Vegas,
crazy. We have
New
so many-
Orleans,
we have
Giants.
We have so many 1 p.m. games. The fuck?
Yeah,
They don't give a
Giants,
fuck about us, I guess.
Cleveland Browns. That's like 4 favorite. I would feel like you could win other ones. I mean, it depends on what Caleb Williams can do, but
So we're gonna beat Minnesota. We're gonna beat Detroit. We're gonna beat Dallas. We're gonna beat Vegas. We're gonna beat the Washington Commanders.
new head coach
Yeah.
Ben Johnson. Stuff could get turned around.
Ben Johnson.
Again, there's so many questions in this division. Loss of coaches in Detroit, new coach in Chicago, new starting quarterback, in Minnesota, and the Packers are just the Packers, so they're the only constant right now. But this is tough to tell for the. I definitely think the goal for this Chicago team is obviously every team wants to win the Super Bowl. Realistically, above a 9-8, I think is phenomenal. Just below it is acceptable. Decently tough schedule. You're playing the Super Bowl champions. You're playing high-powered offense in Cincinnati, Baltimore Ravens. You got Detroit on the docket twice, Minnesota on the docket twice, San Francisco. So
twice.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it's gonna be tough, but I mean, we'll see what can happen. The shoring up of the offensive line with Tooney, great pull, great job there. Drafting seems decent, so we'll just see how Johnson gets all this going together and see if he can remember which way is right and left. So, yeah,
I know I can't remember.
Yeah, but I think this is a better roster than last year. It looks like for the Bears, and stuff has got to start happening. But it is the first year with a new coach, so if it's not a great season, but there's at least some improvement, it's not a total loss. So, I don't think this team should be expected to make the playoffs. I want to be realistic. This is a tough division.
look where
These
Dan
are
Campbell
tough
started.
matchups. Yeah. You need to give coaches time. Ben Johnson could do a great job here. Let's just see how he handles it. So, again, a lot of up in the air here, but I think you're shooting for right around 500 is a great improvement, and you can build off of that. That's also having guys that know how to win there, like Tooney, to be a great thing for that team. All right, last and certainly not least,
And don't forget the most important part about Tooney. He really knows how to get away with that block in the back.
You do not shut about block in the back. Like, my goodness.
I fucking hate that it's not gold.
So the Packers by week 5, that is rough as fuck.
Oh God.
Again, AFC North, NFC East, and their extra games are Denver, Carolina, and Arizona. Arizona and Carolina, great. You're going to be favored against those 2 games. Denver, yikes. That defense is scary, and especially week 14 in between 2 Chicago games, you don't want to get banged up like that and have to drop another one to Chicago. So don't do that.
I cry.
Yeah. Pretty tough. You got Detroit and Washington to start out, but then you got Cleveland and Dallas, and then you go into the bye week. Then you have Cincinnati out of the bye. You got Arizona, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Philadelphia. There's a couple games that are going to be really tough. Detroit and Washington starting out. Philly week 10, probably Cincinnati week 6. Then you also have Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, Minnesota, and Denver in between all that. So you got a lot of, you have 3 weeks of conference games or divisional games, Denver, 2 more weeks of divisional games, and Baltimore in between that. So that's a really big stretch there. That's really important at the end of the season. So that end of the year stretch where I will be fair here, Jordan Love tends to turn it on is going to be a tough run for the Packers, but I think they can do it, especially with Jordan Love's track record.
As long as he stays healthy. He has to stay healthy.
Yeah, and it's not off to a great start, as you can see here. Surgery on his hands, so now he'll be ready for week 1. That's still not great, though. Is your quarterback having surgery before the season starts? Not good. But yeah, I honestly think that I feel the Packers, in my opinion, I think they'll be the NFC North champions this year. I think Detroit will have some slip-ups with new coaching staff, getting guys back from injury. And I think Minnesota getting a new quarterback after so much success is going to derail them just a little bit. And that is just enough space for the Packers to squeeze on through and get a one-win division lead and keep it.
I think it depends. It's going to be the in-division games is going to matter for the playoffs or the division winner for here, because they all have similar schedules and they could beat some teams that they should beat. So in-division games is going to really matter the most for this division.
Yeah, this is going to be a cinder block fight with bricks. This is going to be a rebar eating competition in the NFC North. It's going to be rough, real rough.
I like the taste of metal.
We know you do, buddy. We know you do.
With the fucking light glaring into his face when he says that.
I'm pretty sure Grolami to wake up every morning has like a demon core in his basement that he just turns on. He's just like, radiation, and then goes to work.
No, I actually have part of the elephant's foot in my room.
I knew I recognized you from the Chernobyl series. You looked like just one of those guys that got stuck in that fucking basement full of water.
I was one of the coal miners that was out there clearing out stuff naked.
Oh yeah, you were the naked coal miner that was talking like there's no AC. Anyway,
fans, it could kill you. Does it make a difference?
Yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of the Football Stooges. It was a quick one. We'll be at it next week when I think we're talking about the East, and then we'll talk about the Wests. So
what? It's either
East
South or West.
Or South or West. Yeah, we're going to talk about the South. Oh God. But yeah. Again, next 2 weeks we got the next 2 previews, and then the 4th for you guys, the 5th. We will be doing our fantasy draft and our breakdown of that first week of football, because football is almost back. Next week on the 23rd is week 0 for college football. There's going to be a game between Iowa State and Kansas State in Dublin. But cool.
A rivalry game in Dublin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
They have sold very well in Ireland. I still feel like, though, why isn't Notre Dame going out there? Yeah, they are the Ireland. Maybe that's too close to the chest.
Year. They did last year.
There's probably a stipulation of you have to be in a conference.
Notre Dame played there last year. against Boston College.
Yeah.
God damn it, Maston. Let me have one fucking joke, bro. Come on.
I thought Notre Dame didn't.
Actually
No,
have it
that
right.
was Florida State. It was Florida State versus Boston College, and Boston College beat Florida State there. I don't think Notre Dame played that there last year.
Oh wait,
I remember
thought
that
they
game
did.
because that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
of
that's
Florida
right, we were-
State.
oh that's right. I was at your the beach house. That's right.
Yeah, we were at the beaches for week 1. Yeah, this was about the time we were there. So, but yeah,
DJ
anyway.
turned the ball over.
Yeah, DJ turned. Yeah, who's now a Charger. Anyway, yeah, that quarterback room of Justin Herbert goes down. Justin Herbert, if he goes down, it's Trey Lance and DJ Ungale.
What?
The Chargers
turned the
quarterback
ball over.
room. Herbert, if he goes down, it's then Trey Lance or DJ Ungale.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear that right.
DJ Ungale. I believe I'm pronouncing that pretty close.
Say it a little slower.
DJ, go fuck yourself. Anyway, we're gonna call it there.
DJ,
Thanks
shut the
Yes, shut the fuck up. Anyway, we're calling it there. We're gonna get out of here. Again, next 3 weeks, 2 more division previews, and then the fantasy football draft, where yours truly will have the first overall pick because I won the whole thing, the whole shebang. We'll do that, and then it's football time, baby. Football season is this fucking close. So enjoy the end of summer. Hopefully the weather cools down where you're at, because I know it's still hot as 2 rats in a wool sock down here in Indiana. But
I had to turn my fan on in here because I'm sweating my balls off.
yeah, so
a hurricane might come near me.
oh boy. Enjoy the very end of before football season. Get ready for football. Hopefully this weather kind of mellows out a little bit, and most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Weather fucking mellows out. Hurricane comes near me.
Bring
Fuck.
back the fullback.